Today's shoutout is for Zuldinga. Tiamat versus Captain Sisse, Gargos Vicious Watcher, and Seton Crowsome Protector. Decent hand for us to start off with. We might just end up going into Time Twister once we've got our 3 lands out, but we've got that option at least. Might do Toxic Deluge before then. Just a land for Captain Sisse. We draw into Cavern of Souls. Let's just get a tap land out in Path of Ancestry and pass. Llanowar Elves for the first mono green player. And then straight through the second mono green player's turn, and there is some quick ramp Explosive Vegetation from the Mana Crypt for Captain Sisse. So that's round to our turn. We get a Dragon's Horde. Let's throw down a Tricycle land, I think. And now we see Seton Crowsome Protector, the first commander of the game. Track down from Gargos, scry 3, then reveal the top card. If it's a creature or land, draw. And I expect to see Captain Sisse here. No, instead we see Planar Bridge. That is a turn 3 Planar Bridge from the Celestia player. And we draw into Smothering Tithe, that's good. Let's go for the Cavern of Souls, obviously named Dragon with that. And we can get down the Dragon's Horde as well. Fierce Empath for Seton. Search for a creature with CMC at 6 or greater, put it into hand. Noteworthy that there's a Yavimaya over there as well to fix all of our green mana. And then a Quest for Renewal, so they're aiming to do untap shenanigans with that. And they searched up Vorinclex with the Fierce Empath, by the way. Thrashing Brontodon for Gargos. Destroys an artifact or enchantment for 1 mana and a sacrifice. And then Thaumatic Compass for the Celestia player and tapping that down straight away. So tapping out round to our turn, we will go for the Smothering Tithe and we'll get another Triome into play here as well. Strip Mine for the Druid player, and they play a Harmonise straight into our Smothering Tithe, that's alright. Giving us all of the treasure tokens. And then tapping down their Druids will trigger the quest. And they get another Mana Dork into play there, still 6 cards in hand. An Abundance for Gargos. Unfortunately not destroying the Planar Bridge. Thought they might go after our Smothering Tithe, but Planar Bridge would be the thing to blow up with that Thrashing Brontodon, so Planar Bridge being activated here. And they get a Vorinclex of their own. A land for us, we will drop the land. And we want to go Toxic Deluge here. Oh, whoops. Immediately forgetting about the Vorinclex. So just froze one of my lands for nothing. Crack a treasure to pay for this Toxic Deluge. We will wipe the board. Alright, and successfully wiping the board with the Toxic Deluge there. Oh, damn. I accidentally passed through the combat phase there. The Goldspan Dragon does have haste. Could have got an extra treasure there. Oh well. In the second main now, so we will go for the Goldspan Dragon. Put a gold counter on the Dragon's Horde. And then a really cool play that we can make here is a wheel with the Smothering Tithe. Force everyone to draw while they are tapped out. There's still a decent number of cards in everyone's hands, so I don't mind doing this too much, especially with all the mana we're going to generate. So there we go, Time Twister going through. And that will shuffle everyone's graveyard and hand into the library, then draw 7. And all those Smothering Tithe triggers, 21 to be exact, 7 per opponent. And each of these will tap for 2 mana. Drawn into a couple of board wipes, a double strike enabler, Balefire Dragon, Chromatic Orrery, I've never played before, but looking forward to it in this deck. Nice means of ramp for us. With us not needing too much card draw in this deck, we get to put more ramp and experiment with more cards like that. So we'll drop the Chromatic Orrery straight away. And then let's drop the Balefire Dragon. We can drop the Double Striker as well. Trying to get as many cards out of my hand as possible because we are going to go for Tiamat here as well. Don't want to discard too much to Tiamat. Okay, and that lands as well, as you would expect. So we want Bladewing the Risen to start off with, because I'm assuming that not all of our dragons are going to survive through the next turn. We'll take Lathlis for more dragon tokens, Terror of the Peaks to distribute some damage, And we'll take both of our haste dragons as well. Oh, and the Gargos player has decided to scoop on us. So we'll just drop the Lathlis here. Not going to be able to win this turn, unfortunately. Not going to be able to win this turn because I passed through the combat phase, which I shouldn't have done. Yeah, should be doing all this in the first main phase, and then we could drop hasty dragons and get rid of another player. So giving my opponents an out here, unfortunately. We'll test our opponents for a board wipe. Let's say Beast Whisperer, that is fine with me. It's the white player I'm more concerned with, to be honest. So they untap and decide to scoop straight away. So obviously didn't draw into the board wipe that they needed. So this has been a pretty fast one for us. Just going to play out the old Gnawbone first. I'm not sure if we've got enough damage, I haven't actually calculated it yet. That brings in another dragon with Lathlis. And fair enough, our opponent decides to scoop there. I've actually just counted it up, and we do have lethal here, so there was no need for me to cast the Gnawbone. I just genuinely hadn't counted, and I didn't want to miss out on the mana if we weren't going to get lethal on our opponent here. Wasn't likely they were going to do something, but just playing it really cautiously. So yeah, that's Tiamat for you. The whole point, and what I should have done, is played it in the first main phase, but the whole point is getting Tiamat out, filling your hand with the exact dragons that you want, preferably some haste as well, and distributing damage, making mana with old Gnawbone and stuff like that, and hopefully we can deal enough damage to take out at least one opponent in a turn. So if you want to see more from Tiamat, then be sure to leave it a thumbs up and share the video as well. That really helps with getting the video and the channel out to other potential viewers. Big thank you if you decide to do that. I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel. Thank you for watching.